Hello and welcome to the Bite Size Manga Podcast. This week we're talking about Dragon Ball chapter 261 to 270, if you're me, chapter 67 to 76. This week, as always, I'm joined by Hut, arrival as it was foretold.
Hello.
Ryu, guard orientation day.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't get it either.
And I'm your host, man, as always. Let's get into the chapters.
Hard orientation day?
Remember the whole, like, one of us speaks the truth, the other only lies? That's
okay.
guards in front of a labyrinth in the movie Labyrinth.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So I went for that
Orientation.
joke. If you have seen Labyrinth, you just laughed. If you didn't, whoopsie.
A lot of people know
haven't.
the thingy, anyways. The situation.
That's fine.
Anyways, ooh,
Hut, you were saying before the podcast, you might want to.
yeah, oh yeah, you know, what, just
yeah,
point
Hut
that
was
out now.
started yapping before the podcast started. We have to cut him off. Now you can talk. This is your time. Go.
Okay. So we were talking about, or I was talking about how we have had a lot. Has been a lot happening each batch now. And there has been very little focus on Goku all of these times. It's been like he's said a few stuff here and there, and we've gotten like some things about how his training has been going. But the focus is mostly on Vegeta and the Earthlings and Frieza, of course. But mostly those two
Even with
groups.
how little we've seen of Goku, I have something to complain about.
Oh my god.
Boy, how
Okay.
does it matter?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we're back to the good old-fashioned hating, boys. Back to
Fuck,
hating.
man.
Okay, so it's not actually about Goku. It's about the narrator talking about Goku.
Mm-hmm. Could I have something
So-
to
Fair
say,
enough.
talk about that as well.
He says several times, Goku trains without rest or sleep. Fucking cap. We literally see him fall
Nap
asleep
in the middle. Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
The second one, he
See-
was actually
Second
like
one
in
was
bed.
at the
like,
end. Sure, whatever.
Sure.
But we literally see him fall asleep in the middle. This
He literally
motherfucker
says,
is
"I better rest."
unreliable narrator.
I
He's
think-
Says, I better rest. I think
I-
genuinely,
yeah.
I think it's not like that. Something like that.
I
Like,
think
yeah.
it's like it means like a very minimal amount of rest, right?
No,
It's the-
no,
because
then
he
wouldn't
didn't-
use- he trained
Yeah.
with minimal rest or sleep. He's
That's
not
true.
fucking saying that, is he?
he's saying no rest or sleep. That's
Look,
different.
it's a very small
Yes.
nitpick, but I am upset about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like
I saw that.
if
Like at
you-
first, he wasn't resting. I'm like, sure, fine. And then he fell asleep. Like, okay.
What the fuck? Yeah,
What?
what the fuck are we doing?
And
did it
even
just
then,
fall on the ground?
senzu beans restore, I assume, besides
Stamina
physical
as
condition,
well.
also stamina and rest. So even that
I mean that's
count as rest.
at that
it's-
point it's at that point it's semantics, okay? That's because the sensu beams, you don't rest from those. You get all your everything back, So
I guess, but like
Look,
it
I
does
don't,
the
I don't
same.
give a shit
But-
about how sensu beans work. I'm upset at the narrator. This narrator is unreliable. Don't trust this man.
I guess the
Yeah.
narrator has a slight different variation of rest or whatever.
Nah, I think this just means like we should take what the narrator says with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
It is an unreliable narrator. Even if this, so like, I don't want to hear anybody use, oh, the narrator said as an argument for anything. He doesn't know what the fuck sleep is. I don't care.
Doesn't know what sleep is, alright. But something else the narrator was talking about was that even it was towards the later half of the chapter, but I'm just gonna bring it up now since you brought up the narrator. That Goku, without realizing it, is training the way that the Saiyans do, right? He's using his Saiyan limitations, or his
Hey, he
Saiyan, or
read
his
the
Saiyan
guidebook.
genetics. Yeah, he's using his Saiyan genetics to,
He had the
for his
same
advantage.
orientation day.
Exactly, but he was using that to his advantage, and he's
the
like,
whole not like getting close to death and then basically reviving himself every time.
yeah. So and he's doing
Yeah.
that as a Saiyan, which I feel like Goku is sort of, since he fully declared himself as an Earthling towards Raditz, right? Fully, it was like I don't care if I'm a Saiyan, I'm an Earthling, right? But I feel like he's slowly, kind of slowly becoming a little bit accepting of his more, his Saiyan side,
Yeah,
I mean, he did
we've
unknowingly,
seen the Saiyan side
like-
like take over a bit more. We're feeling like, oh, this guy sounds strong. I want to find more shit going on.
Yeah, right. So he's, it's like him slowly, trying to become, or not trying, he's slowly just becoming more of a Saiyan. And I feel like that's a pretty cool thing. Like, will
I
he
mean,
fully accept himself as a Saiyan at the end, an Earthling, or just a it's like a fusion of both?
Amalgamation.
I mean, that was the word I was
yeah,
looking for.
I I guess maybe, but think about it this way: he's doing those things without actively knowing that he's like, oh, I am getting more butter hungry. I am more becoming a Saiyan. I am like more interested in fighting. I am becoming more Saiyan. Like, no, he's not thinking like that. Or the training, he doesn't know he's doing the training as a Saiyan. He
Yeah,
is
but
just doing what he feels like is right. And sure, that might imply that yes, that it comes from him being a Saiyan. I do still feel like it's just Goku's character. His character might have some leans to Saiyan.
I think it's kind of like, like he
It feels
has
gray.
these urges or like these like instincts like that a Saiyan would, and like they've been mostly suppressed by his Earth upbringing, right? That's why
Yeah.
in early Dragon Ball we didn't see this, but now that like essentially the itch is starting to be scratched,
mhm.
right? And that just like necessitates more of it.
Yeah, like, but even if he's not realizing it right now, it's like slowly becoming, you know, more of him, right? So
Well,
yeah, he may not realize it now, but maybe let's say some point, maybe some point he'll realize.
they'll go full monkey.
Yeah, full monkey.
He couldn't. He doesn't have a tail. And that is completely gone because Kami removed it fully. So otherwise, unless there's like another
It's more
Namekian, then like
going first for chaos with that, but we got
mhm.
to see you're taking it literally.
Yeah.
Oh no, like KO like said, oh that's an issue. Let's take it away. Like that like it used to grow back.
It's fine.
Don't worry
I
about
didn't
it.
get what you said then.
Yeah, no
Uh,
worries. It's okay.
yeah.
Throw away gag.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go.
I'm curious about
All
this
right, wait.
Ben.
I have something very important to mention before we move on to the next point.
Hmm.
Hut was not wearing pants on last week's episode.
Oh my God, you're.
He's bringing it back
I am bringing it back. This man showed up without pants.
on
It
the
was.
job.
It was one time. No one saw anything. It's fine. Okay. Just just don't have the idea in your head. Okay.
I vote we institute a dress code.
Just go.
Pants must be worn at all times.
The shorts
Right.
count.
I'm having
Yes,
shorts.
it's about to be summer. If
See,
shorts
I have
don't
shorts
count,
on right now. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
it would be crazy if he said, "I'm not wearing any pants right now." And just stood up.
That would be something.
Balls hanging. Anyway,
Dangling. He's letting
Uh,
the lads play.
yeah.
I'm curious about this, Ben, because you literally read colors like as well, right? So,
Yeah.
in the first chapter we read, KO, there's one panel for me which is KO like explaining,
Yeah.
like saying the pun.
This is a
That's in
special
full
color
color.
panel.
Yeah, it's the one panel, not even full page, just one panel.
Yeah,
which is
so
colored.
like it had a little note with there's like special colored panels, and this was one of them.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought, oh, I kept hearing you guys say kale, and I was like, what? But yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, they don't exist yet.
No, not yet. Anyways, I like the fact that the Z fighters are on Kaio's planet.
Yeah.
That even Piccolo. So well, I know we knew this
And
last.
Kami, they're both separately in the other world.
Yeah, yeah, but he's
But
not
they
on
mention Kami.
King Kai.
It's
He's not.
not Kai's island, but
Yeah.
But
they do
he's
mention him,
there.
which is, I liked.
Also, like the implication because Chaozu got reassembled, so there's an implication that like if you lose an arm in life, you don't get that shit back in the afterlife. That's just
It,
gone.
it's like
So if you're a
Naruto.
paramedic, you just are in a wheelchair in hell or in heaven.
Wait, does
or
that mean your arm separately gets brought to heaven?
like when it gets cut off, it just goes
Maybe.
away.
Or the-
Yeah,
or-
the soul of your arm is gone.
Yeah, or is it like a whole body thing? Because his whole body was like blown to smithereens, and
Did
like the
Kami's do a
body,
jigsaw puzzle?
and the body like contains the soul, right? So does it like? Do you lose your soul? It's like
It just mostly reminds me of in Fairy Tale, like the whole like magic dispersal, the dispersal, like when you have to like gather all that up back together before you can give magic back.
I'm
Remember
just
what I'm talking about?
What when was
no.
this talked about?
It was when I forget the other clan name. I think it's Raven something. Like one of
Raventail?
the
Raventail.
yeah, Raventail. Like one of them dismantled the jeez, I forget his name. Like the third like leader of Fairy Tail, like his magic, his identification magic,
Maka.
and they had to like get it back. It was Gerald or that got it back. I think they got the staff.
Jalal got it back with the
Jalal.
stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I remember now.
That's still a funny translation.
Jalal.
Like, yep.
Yeah, okay. I
third.
see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Or you
Yeah.
know, in Naruto when okay, this
When
is spoilers,
things
so I'm not gonna
transpired.
things transpired and a certain character lost both their arms and still didn't have their arms when they were dead. So in the afterlife.
I
Yeah,
don't remember this. I don't remember. I should remember this. I really. Oh no, got it. Got you. Anyway.
Old realization.
mhm.
Anyway,
No,
so
I
at the
still
point
love
here-
Piccolo just lying. Like Piccolo was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna
I'm
go after
gonna
them.
keep that
Yeah.
shit.
Also,
I'm gonna go after them."
also
No way I'm doing this.
King Kai can like read should be able to read people's minds. Do you think he just didn't because he was like too stressed about other stuff, or did he actually believe Piccolo, or like what do you think?
I mean, it's like
Because
an
he
active. It's active to read.
oh yeah, true.
Right. Like, so they go like, hold on, let me do this. They don't just go, I already know. They go, let me do it. Let me read your mind.
Let me
Like
just.
Guru does that as well. Or wait, sorry, Super Kami Guru. And so like he does that, but he has to be like, wait, let me do this. So like I would say that he didn't do it. He didn't actively go for it, so it didn't work.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Anyways, Piccolo
So-
being Piccolo being like, okay, we'll just team up on this motherfucker. You know, me, you, 1, 2, 3. You know, same thing we did against Raditz. You know, just run it back again.
A fool, Nelson.
Yeah. And Tien was like, okay, you know, I can't follow the same training regime as Goku, so I'll have to train myself from the basics and put my own spin on things so I can surpass.
I
I
like
like-
that. Also,
Yeah.
it makes more sense because like if you think about it, like this training regimen only made Goku strong enough to fight Vegeta in the Saiyan saga,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's not gonna fucking cut it here, right?
Only
So they
if,
First
need
off,
to do
Vegeta
more.
is like twice as strong as he was then, because he like almost died twice after that. At this point now, there's still the thing of Freezer being like 4 times as strong as Vegeta is even now. I call him Freezer because it's the drink, which is funny.
or the the thing where you
Appliance.
yeah.
That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
My arch nemesis, Cool Box.
let's get the cool box. Which one? The colder or the cold one? Yeah. The fridge is still a thing.
Yeah, I love this. I love
Yeah.
this.
Sam.
Okay, so I've tried
so-
to bring this up twice. I'm going now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So Goku at some point, like whilst he's talking to the dead guys, he says like, man, like this is all because I let Frieza go and like didn't let Krillin kill him, or not Frieza, Vegeta.
Vegeta, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so is this like Goku showing remorse for like having let him go? Does he think he should have killed him, or is he like, oh shit?
I think it's regret for putting his friends in danger. Like he didn't know this at the time. Well, he did know Vegeta was dangerous, right? But he thought he would always be there, right? To like offset this, you know? But
Yeah.
now he put his friends in the situation and he's not there to remedy the situation. So I think Goku is maybe like regretting that fact a little bit of, you know, not letting Krillin kill Vegeta.
Okay.
That's my take on it, at least.
Oh, fair. Like I feel like he's like essentially just like I think he is like thinking about it a little bit. Like maybe I should have. I don't know. I don't think he's reached a conclusion on that. But
Yeah, that's why. That's what I'm thinking. Like a little, he's still regretting it a little
Outing
bit,
dark.
but it's not.
It's
fully.
not like he's on the train, it hasn't reached the station yet.
Yeah,
I think he's
exactly.
doubting his actions, but he's not sure in what way he should doubt them.
It's
Like,
on
if
the
he should've-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the hell train. It just hasn't got. Okay,
How about you continue reading and then make the joke, huh?
okay, I will. Um.
Yeah,
Anyway.
getting spoiled
Ooh,
by
I-
Tanjiro all the way.
listen, it looked real. Anyways,
Mhm.
can we just talk about Vegeta getting his ass handed to him? You know,
I was
getting
gonna say the same
getting
thing,
I,
yeah.
I
humbled.
had a note in here that said Vegeta's running a gauntlet this arc badly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it went well the first 2 times. You know, Kui.
And then he got clapped, and then he came back, and now he's good.
Yeah,
But like, is he gonna get clapped? If he gets clapped again, then this is like the fucking most hilarious gauntlet of all time.
yeah.
I mean,
But
Freezer
look-
is like bound to like beat his ass up, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, like,
I mean-
imagine this, right? Like, you're like, oh, can this character run the gauntlet? Well, if he dies twice and comes back, like, come on, this is so
Dude.
fucking hilarious. This is objectively funny.
It is.
I mean,
it
the thing is, they're helping his training because they keep bringing him alive. They keep reviving Vegeta.
This is
Like, he
so-
did it,
Yeah.
like, he did it back on the planet
Frieza knew
Frieza.
this shit and didn't care because like Frieza can just do that and it's fine. But like Zarbon just didn't know about it. It was like, oh, we'll just heal him. It's fine. I'll clap him again. And then it's like, well, here's the thing, Zarbon.
What? You didn't
I'm
read the
quite
pamphlet,
strong now.
Zarbon.
It says here in my Saiyan guidebook.
This is DBZA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
You didn't
Figured.
notice, but that's been like six. We've referenced this like 6 times already. This single episode.
yeah.
That's wild.
Oh,
Like, I love the idea that we're gonna watch DBZ after this, and you're gonna go, "Oh my god!"
God,
that's what you were talking
Because like
about.
me and Hut, I think me especially, I have like zero self control on this. 'Cause I've watched DBZA so many times that I'm just reading through this and I just hear the DBZA lines. Hut, there's one like sentence that is repeated throughout DBZA during this section of the story. We can't say it. Don't say it. But I have it continuously. Like they haven't said it. They haven't said it yet, and I know they will at some point. But it keeps being repeated in DBZA, and it hasn't happened yet. But every time that guy opens his fucking mouth, I hear it. I hear it. I'm like, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. He's done it. My God, he's done
Bro, I think Ben has voice in his head, bro.
it. The voices in my head is DBZA Vegeta.
Instead of Nappa, it's Vegeta. You know, it's weird. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
so Vegeta
So
did.
Sarban.
It went well against Kui at first. He decimated Kui without breaking a sweat. He decimated Dodoria without breaking a sweat. He was like 2 for 2. Can we go 3 for 3? You know now,
No.
going for Zarbon is like no. I mean base Zarbon. He didn't
Base
like
Sarban was
base
surprised.
Zarbon.
Like, he was genuinely surprised by like Vegeta's speed and like strength.
I
Yeah.
like the way we're being drip fed stuff, like information about Frieza.
Mhm.
Like there's another reason why Frieza is such an imposing threat in this arc, because we are never really shown anything directly. We hear all of the knowledge we have about Frieza is from secondary characters.
Mhm.
So like the Doria told us that Frieza feared a Saiyan uprising, right? He feared the Saiyan strength. Then we got Zarbon letting us know that Frieza can transform.
Mhm.
Like every minion that we've had is like drip feeding us information about Frieza,
Well-
which is building up.
The one that didn't was the one guy that Vegeta just blew up.
Kui.
Like right from no, the other one. Like
Huh?
at the end, like
Doria.
Sarban's minion.
What?
Sarban's
Oh, a
minion.
pool.
A pool.
Apple.
Oh.
He was trying to inject this man with some science. God damn it!
like nah.
Yeah. Also,
Dies.
for
Like,
some,
he was like, "Oh, you think I'll reawaken in an hour? Fuck you." Bye.
he also, yeah,
Like, that
that
was also like big brain time Vegeta, by the way.
Yeah.
Vegeta's been big brain so far, bro. He's like,
Like,
all right,
That's why he
When-
has that like giant forehead. It's just all brain.
yeah. But the way he was just okay, and now they're gone. Blast this, blast the hole so they think I've escaped. circle back around to the Dragon Balls.
Yeet,
And it's
yeet.
like, okay, wait, I can't throw the Dragon Balls out yet. They'll know where I am. Okay, but like, hey, Freeze, I'm over here, bitch! To blast the hole, and then he just chucks the Dragon Balls, and it's like, I can't
and
go
chucks
by.
himself.
And yeah, this is like, I can't go by air. They'll see me, so let him just swim, bro. Easy, just whoosh.
It's
And just hold my breath for 20
he
minutes.
is so fucking smart in a pinch, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was all on the
Battle
fly,
IQ is
bro.
high.
That was quick.
Yeah. Also, I was talking about like Zarbon Vegeta fight. I need to mention like Frieza like just wanting to bitch slap Zarbon
Hmm.
like throughout this, like him treating his like very capable minion from what we've seen. At this point, he had just clapped Vegeta
Hmm.
as just like disposable and just like that he will kill him without a second thought. Just another like instance
On.
of great villain writing. Like this villain, like this very capable minion that we've seen clap the strongest person on the planet at this point, barring like strongest person on the planet for the good guy, not the Frieza Force.
Hmm.
He's not good. He massacred the village, not the
Mhm.
Frieza Force. And just treating him like a disposable minion, and like if he doesn't do shit, keep like pleasing him in the way, then he'll just get rid of him, and it won't matter to him. It just shows again how imposing Frieza is, and that is like what has been done the by far the best in this arc.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
the build up for Frieza has been phenomenal, and that's not like like that build up has been very nice. I like a little bit of like more mad build up in my opinion is Kai, King Kai,
Hmm.
being like Goku, don't go near Frieza. You can't fucking beat him. That's more like overt of what we're talking about, and it's more mad because it like it goes against all this very subtle, very well done like build up. So I'm
Hmm.
kind of sad that that's happening, but like I
I
guess like it doesn't take away from the good slow build up. It's just something on the side because the Goku story is very much running parallel to what we're doing. So it's like it's just two different tracks, and it's a way to catch Goku up on it without having to do all the good writing. So like it doesn't bother me that much, but I wanted to have mentioned it.
hmm
Yeah.
I
Fair.
would have been.
I
It
do
would have been
agree.
so much. Yeah, I can go.
I did not like King Kai being like, or Kaioken. Not Ken.
Kaioken is the
Kaio.
technique.
That's a move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Kaio being like, "Hey, don't fight him!" Like to
He's
like
too
Goku.
strong. I'm like, you're doing so well.
What's the point of this? Like it feels
Yeah.
like needy, and
It's
like
just to
if
get the point
anything, he
across to
should be like
Goku, I
"Hey,
guess.
Kaio, or Kaio should be like, "Hey, Goku, you got this. Use Kaio 10, like Kai 10, like 10 times, I guess, like he says himself later on.
I can't touch
Like
that.
like use all you can, like get rid of this giantly universal threat. Not even universal, above
Yeah,
that, like crazy.
I think it has to do with King Kai. Like governs that quadrant of the galaxy. Like he governs everything, right, or the
The
universe.
Lord of
Or
Worlds,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's probably exactly that. That's why he knows how terrifying Frieza is, and knows that someone like Goku at this stage doesn't have a
I mean,
chance, which
like,
is probably
yeah, like
why.
I think you're right, but like when we're looking at the actual text and like what is written, and you
Mm,
compare it, and like you compare that to how it's been built up on Namek itself, it's night and day writing.
yeah,
yeah,
it
It's
is.
night and day. Like I've been outlining through these last couple of chapters, like every instance of like, ooh, this sets up Frieza, this sets up this sets up that, right?
Mhm,
Like I've been trying to keep track of all these points, and when it is like actually like good writing, or at least like writing that I enjoy. Obviously, good writing is, but
mhm.
there are guidelines. But like when all these like subtle nuanced pieces of like build up, I'm like that's fucking sick, and then you just go super overt and over the top with it, and I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
it's just used as a way to like inform Goku, if anything, right? Since
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's narrative shorthand, and sometimes that's necessary, like especially
yeah,
in this section to keep the pace in it. But that goes at the cost of other things, is what I'm trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah,
yeah. But it's pretty difficult to keep the main character informed when he's like isolated away from all the action.
To be fair, like yeah, like this did make me think like Goku being there about just like what space represents in these types of media, because space is a vacuum. It's super fucking empty, and the isolation that characters like just experience when being in space, when being on a spaceship, when traveling through space, is unlike anything else. Like you can't replicate that in any other way, and it's really just like like the only way for like sci-fi stories to get characters in that isolated of a position. Like for example, like we're all One Piece fans. One Piece uses the delay of information, like the like how hard it is to get information to it to its like benefit, for like characters being uninformed and acting like without that information, and that making them act differently, and that's interesting. That's something that like you can only get in sci-fi stories, because how connected everything is when they're cut off fully in space, right?
Hmm.
But then you have King Kai using his like telekinesis. No,
I guess.
mind reading.
Tel-
Let's call that
telepa- telepathy.
Telepathy?
telepathy.
Yeah.
That's
Telepathy.
the word.
There is. Yeah.
Using his telepathy to kind of like cut through that, and there's something interesting in there that I can't word properly right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange.
Mm.
It's like weird how they set up exactly. But
Hmm.
like the stream of information in itself is already not that great. There's things like we don't know Zarbon's race. Like Zarbon, very interesting. Like a Yuke's human is a lizard people, I guess. We
Mm.
don't know. Like
Also,
say
can
it
we
Not
just
anymore
looked human
valid.
besides the tail. Maybe Zarbon had a tail too, or something along those lines that he just hides within his armor or within below his cape. We don't know. Like there's things that are just interesting. Like does he activate his like transformation have a specific activation as well, like the moonlight?
also can we talk about how quickly? Nah, I think it's just on command. Do we see how quickly he transforms? He's just like whump whump
Mouth,
transform.
hand, yeah, he's there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the quickest transformation we've seen so far. It's just like one page is normal. Second, now I'm
There's
transformed.
like even
That
the
was
Also, I
Saiyans.
wanted to note one thing. Chapter 264, first mention of Super Saiyan.
not
Yeah,
first mention of.
not first, but
Oh,
they
first.
they
What
talked
was the
about
first?
Super Saiyan with talking about Gohan when they were in the
Yeah,
when Nappa and
on the way to Earth
Vegeta
with
were
Nappa and
going
Vegeta.
down to Earth.
Oh,
And they
right. Yeah. Okay. I probably noted it down in my notes up as well. On first mention of Super Saiyan in the song.
In yeah, or didn't
Turn.
didn't no Frieza
No,
mention or
Frieza
was it
mentioned it again
later?
afterwards.
Yeah, okay,
That was
yeah,
afterwards. I distinctly put this down as the first one.
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Um, also, can we talk about like the whole Grand Elder part? Um,
Like
like
Krillin hits
boosting
his
like
peak. It's
Krillin.
all downhill from here.
Yeah,
And
you
he hits his
peak.
peak, and he's still weaker than Vegeta.
That's
and
yeah.
and he's
That
still
is
Earthling.
sad.
He's still
Not
Earthling. But the funny thing is, like, he is so eluded with power, which, like all humans, goes blind. He doesn't realize his strength and like that he should still hide.
yeah. It was drunk on
It's so
power, bro.
funny.
That
He
was
was
It's
drunk on
actually
like
power.
true.
if we read into this a little bit, this is very interesting because Krillin, like, he fucks up the second he forgets his best feat, which is humility.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
that's
crazy.
true.
Well, you're an
Oh,
English teacher.
yeah, like I know.
I am wearing a shirt that says "Read," man. I don't know. I don't know if I can
I,
talk too much.
I feel
You
like
can't
that's
meet the delegations.
directed towards me, but you know.
That's a general message to the public. Read
Read,
books. Good
man.
things
Man.
happen.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. Um, now I forgot what I was gonna mention.
But like, I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys think about that?
Oh,
Like, what do you guys think about like Krillin just like basically getting all of his dormant limitation? Like he's at his limit now, genuinely. At least that's what it feels like to
He
me.
still can't do anything. Fucking wild.
yeah.
Yeah, it feels useless. I mean, yeah, he's stronger. He'll help out a little bit more than he would have if he didn't, but still not there.
I think this is fucking depressing.
It really
Mm.
is.
Like it's essentially confirming that Krillin won't be of any use throughout the rest of the series, maybe,
Story.
but like definitely this arc.
Hmm.
Like
I-
at least he won't be of use in battle, but
Combat.
like,
Krillin has always shown that he has other
Krillin-
ways to be useful, right?
Exactly. He's not useful in the way of strength. He's more useful in the way of tactful thinking and doing
yeah, I
stuff
guess
out
this
with the
just
battlefield.
puts him in that like role. Like
Yeah.
More,
this
yeah.
puts him like, you're not gonna be able to fight. You have the
Tactician.
prerequisite amount of power to be here, but not to like be on the battlefield. Like
Yeah.
he has
Like a
to be
Destiny.
Let's
the
be
tactics guy.
yeah.
Like
Let's be
Destiny,
real
you
though.
need a certain power level, but you're not good enough to do actual
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, but let's be real though. Krillin is like the best support.
He's a
Like,
good
him
tactician.
himself.
He's very much a good tactician.
Yeah.
He knows what to do. He knows how to use terrain effectively.
He knows what to do in what situations and stuff, which
He
is
thinks. Actually
Yep.
thinks.
Bonkin.
hmm which
He uses bald hat to reflect the sun like Tien does.
is that how they do the solar flare, bro? That's
They
No,
just
Goku
go,
used it.
solar flare like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Goku,
it's like that,
Goku
yeah,
used it,
it's
so
like
no.
that.
But it's a
Yeah.
funny thought to have.
true.
No, that's why it's their technique.
But,
It's the ball
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's more effective.
I remember what I was wanted to say about Elder Screw. He mentioned the fused part, the fused sum of Piccolo and Kami.
And yeah.
What
They
was
could
his
fuse
name?
back together. Like it. Like you mean the guard Neil?
No, the
No, but like,
prodigy
so
Celeste.
Kami was a prodigy, like, because he could create the Dragon Balls,
Mhm.
and
Oh, you're
I
part
think
of the Dragon
I'm
Clan.
trying to
Yeah.
mention that like, uh, Guru said like, oh, if only they'd fused together, then like they would have been strong enough to complete their life in a natural way. So he's
Yeah,
saying that they would have, like, they would be stronger.
yeah. He said he had that. Splitting themselves halved their prodigious, abilities. So it was halved already. And that's what brought upon their downfall. And so he said if they had fused, they could have prevented that downfall.
Yeah. Also, katas. I think you're looking for kata.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Katas. Yeah. Katatsu.
What?
The name,
Part of the name of Katatsuri, or meaning snail.
the name.
Dragon.
That
I
was
assume.
that was just the parents' name, right?
Oh yeah, that might have been the parents instead of the whole thing. The parents. What the parents' name was?
A prodigy of the Dragon Clan, I think, is what it's.
Yeah,
It was
he-
a prodigy of the Dragon Clan, a child of Katatsu, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Anyway, Vegeta kicked the kid.
Nothing new. He's probably done that several times.
More
So
child abuse.
I
mm.
need an adult.
I am an adult. Yeah.
And then Vegeta gets duped. Vegeta and his unyielding rage.
Mm-hmm. Are you
Like,
throwing
it's like dude, his face is stretched to so. What the fuck?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Vegeta had this perfect plan. He got 500 Dragon Balls for Frieza, which was the biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
He got the sixth one from Krillin. He's like, I have already hit the last one. I have every single Dragon Ball. You know what? I'll just let you live. Just because I'm in a
You know
good
what?
I'm happy.
feeling
I'm in a good mood.
generous.
yeah, I'm having a good time. So sure. Give me the Dragon Ball, I'll let you live. Then he just flies the other direction. He meets the kid. He's like, "Oh, you're Goku's kid. Yeah, the Kakarot's
Fuck
kid.
you.
Whatever."
Kicks him.
Yeah. Lend him this message. Sneeze him.
If this was like a Spider-Man 3-esque run, he'd be whistling.
Yeah.
He'd be whistling, just like dancing. He'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Great.
Exactly.
Great.
And then,
It's
Hey,
fun.
hey,
and then
hey.
it's like he had the Dragon Balls. He even got to kick Kakarot's kid. Mwah, amazing. He's like, "Oh, let me just find the last Dragon Ball. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?"
That
That
wasn't
kid!
a clock!
That wasn't the clock, bro. Which, at
Bro's
that point,
wild.
when his perfect plan falls apart, that's when he's pissed. Like, rage we've never seen before. So, I get it. I get why his face is so elongated, bro.
Yep. Reminds me of that fucking meme image of like Kakarot with like this against the camera just looking down.
Oh man,
With the Prowler theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that when you said that.
I fucking hear it as well. It's wild. Okay,
Yeah.
I
I
wanted
could
to
not
say something
replicate
which
it, but I heard it.
I find ironic. Maybe it's a good nod. Gohan is holding the 4-star Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He was
Oh
Yup.
shit! I didn't notice that.
Yeah, which I love that. It's a reference back to the start where
Yeah.
Goku had the 4-star and Gohan on his head had the 4-star as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nice,
Like
nice, nice.
It's
This
and it's the
what
family is
else
just
is
only
linked to the 4-star, man.
yeah. It's
and the old Gohan, like it referenced back to Goku's grandpa.
hmm and it's the it's the only Dragon Ball they have. It's the safest, which pretty cool.
Yeah, fun, fun
Hmm
reference.
Yep.
Also, I
What I
want to
know is just
mention
like,
Bulma
wait a
still
minute.
sucks. The
Look,
second we get into the gorge, like, the second they have to leave, she's like complaining again.
I mean, to be fair, would you like to be left alone on a planet where everything potentially can kill you and you have no one to protect you? You know.
Hey, I
Welcome to
signed
Earth,
up for the
buddy.
mission. I signed up for the
You
mission
s-
myself.
No, you signed up for a peaceful endeavor to collect the Dragon Balls, not whatever this is.
Yes,
Rose didn't
because
know
going
Freeze was
through
here.
the unknown vacuum of space is so safe.
Yeah.
Also, she knew that at least the like she thought maybe she was the only last Saiyan, sure, but she knew he was alive. She
Yeah.
knew he probably would have taken an army back to Namekian. They still knew about the planet. They still knew about the balls being there. They still figured like Vegeta might be the last Saiyan,
Look,
but
Bulma's a scientist. If as a scientist you're exploring space
You should think of every
with
variable.
technology
Yeah.
that you've just discovered, and you're going to an unknown planet, unknown galaxy, unknown everything, and you don't think that maybe there might be danger out there, you are not a scientist. You are a
he's not
fucking
really.
crackpot fucking moron.
She's the daughter of an inventor. She's not really a scientist. I wouldn't call her a scientist. I don't even know if she finished high school for God's sake. Might have gotten blown up by Piccolo.
I remember she went.
In high school.
She was going to high school with
Back in
Yamcha.
OG Dragon.
But back
Yeah,
when she was with
Yamcha
Yamcha,
Dragon
yeah.
Ball. Yeah. Um. Also, can we just talk
I
about how
mean, like his name is her dad at least is a doctor.
yeah.
Yeah. He's a doctorate in probably engineering or like computer
Yeah.
like robotics or something
Regardless,
like
I he definitely is a scientist.
Yeah, but he's probably yeah, but he hasn't gone to space.
that. I mean, wouldn't it more be more of an inventor than a scientist?
He's got the PhD. Hey, he didn't go to college to be called Mister and not a scientist. You know?
Mhm.
I mean, you can still be a doctor and still be a inventor.
Mhm.
Yeah, but those are like you can be both.
True.
Exactly. That's true. That's true.
You can be both. Like he invents things, but he's also still a scientist. Do you think? Would you say engineers are scientists?
No,
Why?
because they only make shit. They don't science shit.
Why is that not science though?
I mean, they're not really like. I mean, science in my brain is always like you discover new shit. Like biologists are scientists because they discover new life. Like chemists discover they use elements to make new mixtures. They make new whatever the fuck gases.
But like
pollutants.
the like I would say that a scientist is just somebody who like uses the scientific method to discover things. Like you can discover things or just make things. Like using the scientific method makes you a scientist.
I guess like engineer in my brain is just someone that just makes stuff. Like they make I don't know robots. They make.
I mean, like you say, just make. Like it's not.
Like, yeah.
It's no.
It's not
Very
that
difficult
easy.
to
Yeah,
make.
fair enough. Yeah,
And like
fair
they
enough.
do still use scientific method. Like there's still research papers being made. There's still like documentation about shit. Like there's a lot of like stuff that like scientists have to do as well.
Yeah, makes
Like
sense. No, fair enough.
your definition of scientist. So I argue engineers are scientists, but
No,
that might just
I
be like
I
there's
see
also
your point.
bias partially because I'm an
You're an
engineer, so
engineer.
I want to be able to call myself a scientist.
You're merge
So that's
science. You
maybe a
better
bit
be
of
a
bias.
scientist.
Oh shit! I gotta get the doctor.
Mhm.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
So I have now a Dragon Ball question. Okay.
What?
Mhm.
How dare you?
In this
Do you
podcast.
do you think that Krillin would have a different reaction to Vegeta wanting the Dragon Ball if he didn't already know that Gohan had the last ball instead of Vegeta having the last ball?
I don't.
I think he
I
would.
think
I
he
don't
would.
think he would give it out. No. Like you're saying, like Krillin
It's
acted
a toss
upon
up.
like wanting to live, right? Like he acted more of like, hey, I don't want to die, but just not handing over the ball. So I'm not
Mhm.
gonna beat him. Like I think Krillin has always been on the survivor mentality. Like I want to live more than anything. Sure, I
Mhm.
want to save as much as I can, as many people as I can, and save my friends. But I don't want to fucking die. So, but he didn't know that the Grand Edo was gonna die in a few days. So he knew he hadn't have much time. So this is probably the last use of the Dragon Balls ever, at least on this planet. Um, I don't know.
Wouldn't it be really
Either had
funny if there was like just another planet with other Dragon Balls that just nobody knows about? Because there's no like logical line for them to follow yet.
Namek 2.
No.
Listen,
It's just like in another like backwater place like Earth. It's just like fucking Vernion 9 over there has got like Dragon Balls and they're all powerful.
A
maybe.
planet savior.
I mean, who knows? Maybe there were other Namekian migrates during the drought.
I'd love that. That would be fucking cool.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get to see some albino Namekians.
I mean, if anything, the elder, like all the show, like all the elders, all the other Namekians that are on the planet now are all the elders' children. But the elder is a Dragon
Yeah.
Ball clan, I assume. So in
Is
theory,
that,
all of
wait,
them.
does that mean
He-
that Piccolo or like Piccolo, not Piccolo, Kami could have like repopulate Earth with Namekians?
I
He could have.
guess,
Repopulate but like put Namekians on Earth as well?
Yeah.
does he? He doesn't really have a reason to. So
I guess not.
I mean, in theory, Piccolo could make the balls. They're technically the same person, just either halves.
I guess.
Or do we fuse them
But
back together and then he
well,
could? I don't know.
it seems like Kami inherited more like the magic aspect, while well,
Where
Piccolo
Piccolo
got
need like more like
more
physical.
like physical aspect. Yeah.
But Piccolo was also old at the start. When we
Yeah.
met old Piccolo, like when we met actual
The-
like Piccolo at the
Like
start, he
Demon
was
King
old.
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
That, and then like became young, almost died because of Goku. Made last efforts to become Piccolo Junior.
Mm.
So even now, like I'm confused if Piccolo Junior could fuse with.
The natural
Um,
life cycle of a Namekian is multi-classing.
It's wild because he was
They
a
go
fighter.
from
Now he's
they
half
multi-class from
mage.
warrior to warrior wizard.
It's wild, bro.
Sounds about
Okay,
right.
but is there anything else that we want to mention?
Yes, Vegeta is a dirty fighter.
True.
He fights. He's like, okay, he'll be off guard. I'll use that. I'll get dirt in his eyes, which he did, and he just generally takes advantage of the area around him. Even and
That's
I
just I
thought it
like
was
you.
yeah, it is. But I also thought it was pretty clever that whenever they like Zarbon and Vegeta landed on the ground, he landed near Krillin and Bulma, so he could keep an extra eye on them, so they didn't get away. I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean,
Man,
again,
that's
Vegeta is
fun.
smart. I wanted to mention one thing. What do you guys think about like Gohan and Krillin
Yes.
like boosting at the end, like being dumb?
I don't think it was more being dumb. I think it was more they're being impatient and they don't even have much time because Guru is dying.
Guru's gonna die. Like
Yeah.
that's what they're
Yeah.
working with.
They
And
all
like they've been working on the assumption that Vegeta has other things going on in his life because he's been very busy recently and they've seen him fly about. They've been like feeling his key this entire time and have been feeling him go from dude,
mhm.
right?
Would
So
they
like
though? Because
They've been able
Vegeta,
to track it all the time.
I mean, I feel like Vegeta right now can
But
surprise Key enough to the point that he doesn't.
I
he's
think that's why they don't realize at this point. I think they're
yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
oh, he's far enough away. It doesn't matter. They can't feel him anymore.
Mhm.
So like now they can go and like Vegeta's literally been lying in wait. He's just been like, fuck it, I'll
He's
wait.
He's been sitting on a
At
ball,
that
just
point,
just plotting, like just
Literally.
yeah, I
waiting.
think they skipped 4 days ahead because they were still flying. They were like, oh, we've
Slow
already
flying.
used. Yeah, they were slow flying, and they said that we've already used like 4 days to on this journey. And Vegeta's just been lying in wait for those 4 days, being like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait till they slip up, and then I'm gonna catch up. Also, Vegeta's like a lot better now at sensing and suppressing his own ki than he was like a few chapters
He's
ago.
gotten a lot of fucking practice.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he really has. Because Zarbon, I think, like the dying in Zarbon and coming back, and then also doing the whole killing Zarbon. I feel like that's has helped him a lot with sensing it, and then also suppressing it.
yeah. So
Even if
Vegeta,
they can't sense it,
Vegeta has
like
really
Zarbon
become
can't.
efficient. So he really is like a prodigy at this.
I mean, yeah, he really was. He was the planet Vegeta's prodigy of the son of Vegeta.
Yeah, and it really shows. That's pretty cool. It's like he's the elite Saiyan, and he's like,
Vegeta's prodigy.
Yeah.
yes.
I saw you thinking, Mac. I saw your eyes like go off around.
Because I was trying to track to make sure that was a logical sentence. Because it's Planus Vegeta's, King's Vegeta's, Vegeta, the characters, prodigy.
Yeah. What if
Also,
Vegeta gets a son named Junior? That he's also prodigy.
yeah.
He
Also,
would be dead anyway.
exactly. One thing I also want to mention is
Be quick.
one, Frieza has now called for reinforcements. He is called
Oh yeah,
for
for
the
like the Power Rangers.
the Ginyu Force, and he said
100%
he and he says he wants them to arrive in no less than 5 days. And Vegeta has already accounted for that. He's like, okay, he's probably gonna bring reinforcements. Take them about 3 or 4 days to get the scouters over here. He
That's
doesn't,
calculating.
yeah. So like I guess there are perks with being with Frieza's army, like no because he like knows where the different Frieza planets are located. That's pretty cool. Um,
Again,
and yeah,
Vegeta's just smart. He knows a
and
lot.
yeah, and Goku is just using his last day to just rest the whole day, the day and a half.
Good.
So he's like, stop training. Now it's all about the rest, which is really cool
He got
because
to
he's
100 though, which I said last episode he would.
yeah, and that's really cool because he's using Master Roshi's principle of like,
Yep. Make sure to rest.
yep, the turtle
Mhm.
hermit way. So
Which
he's
is
not.
which is not what the narrator wants him to do. The narrator is my biggest op right now.
Fuck the narrator. All my homies hate the narrator.
Yeah.
Anyways, with
Yep.
that, we're going to end off today's episode. If you have anything else, fucking write it down. We're saving it for save it for next week. Going to end off today's episode. Next week we'll be back for chapters 271 to 280, or for me 77 to 86.
80.
My brain, it's working. It's not working. Kind of working. Anyways, with that, we say goodbye to Ryu.
Later.
Do what?
Please.
I've been Ben, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.